This is Monica. Today I'm going to make a bag out of these. Well, it was a jelly roll. I sewed it strips together and now I'm going to cut them to make a bag. Hi, this is Monica. Today I'm going to make a jelly roll bag. This is going to be a very large tote bag. You're going to need 2 pieces of waterproof canvas. And they're 18 tall by 21 wide, and you're going to need to cut out a 3-inch square on each bottom. So you're going to need 2 of those for the lining. You're going to need 2 pocket pieces, 10 inches wide by 7 inches tall, and you're going to need 2 of these. And these are waterproof canvas. You're going to need a 10-inch zipper. I'm using zipper by the yard. You're going to need a pocket piece, which is 22 by, let me see where it's at, 23 long by 10 wide. You're going to need a zipper for the top of the bag. And that is 20 inches. And then 2 mains, 18 inches by 21. Same as the lining. And let's see, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jelly roll strips here or there, depending. And you're also going to cut a 3-inch square out of the bottom on each side of those. I'm going to use leopard webbing for the handle, and this is 1 inch wide. Scrap of your jelly roll for the zipper tabs. I think these are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I will be cutting those in half to make the zipper pulls. And for purse hardware, I have all this here. I have a 1-inch D-ring, and I can't remember where I got these. I wish I knew because they are so thick. I mean, these babies are heavy duty. I think I got them at Ohio Travel Bags. A 1.5-inch slider or a 1-inch, depending on how you like it. 2 number 5 zipper pulls. And 2 1-inch swivel snaps, a tag, but that's optional, and then 6 rivets. If you don't have rivets, you don't have to worry about it. Hi, Henry. So I'm going to move these out of the way. These here will get fusible fleece ironed on to the back. If you don't have fusible fleece, you could use foam, sew-in foam, or you could use Decaville light or even heavy, depending on how stiff you want your bag. So I'm going to start off with the pocket. And with the pocket, I just turn it over 1/4 of an inch and then another 1/4 of an inch all the way across, and then I just stitch. If you're not using waterproof canvas, you're going to want to use 2 pieces of cotton and a layer of SF 101. I have folded both sides of this one. The bottom, this one down here, I did at 1 inch total folded, and I'm just going along the edge. This is the bottom. Alright, here's the bottom of the pocket. I turned it in 1/2 inch, another 1/2 inch, and I got a folded hem here. Now this one I did 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. This is going to be the top. So now I'm going to sew down it. And you can do it from the front. I just find it easier from the back because you can see what you're doing. And just go right along the edge. Now myself, I prefer a double pocket, but I did it this way because not everybody has a heavy-duty machine, and this way you can keep the bulk down. If you were going to do it with a regular, you would just take 2 of these panels and make a tube and sew them together. Okay, there's our pockets done. Take your main, and I like to fold it in half. Right sides together, line everything up. And then I like to take a little snip out of the top so I know where the top is. I don't know where my... Oh, that's right, they're over there. Just a tiny little clip like that so you always know where the beginning, the center is. And you'll just have a little notch there. And you can fold it too because you'll need to do that. And you don't need to iron this waterproof canvas. You can just put a crease in it. Okay, so now I got my crease there in the middle. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the pocket. Put a crease. And I'm going to center it there. And I'm going to go up as soon as I find my ruler. And you can just eyeball it too if you want your thing up higher. In fact, I'm going to go up 3 inches. And just kind of eyeball it on there. Make sure it's 3 inches here. It is 3 inches there. Yes. So I'm just going to put a couple pins to hold it in place. Okay, I have everything pinned. Now, I'm going to start on this end in a little bit, go down, go all the way to the center, go up, go back down, across the bottom, go up and over, and back tack. All right. I'm starting right at the edge before the pocket. I'm going to back stitch and I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to turn and just come straight down this edge. Move that pin out of my way. Almost put it in my mouth. And turn. And now I'm going to sew along the bottom edge because we sewed it up here. Now I'm going to sew along the bottom edge. And you should use a color thread that matches your bag. I'm using this so you can see better. And I'm just going to keep it on that edge. If you have trouble keeping it on, you can use a compensating foot. I have right and left. I have one over there, but I'm just going to go slow and keep it along that edge. Oh, I forgot to go up the middle. Darn it. Oh, well. I'll have to do it after. Oh, shoot. I lost all those pins. What did I do with them? Hopefully I put them away. Oh, I did, I think. And I like to back stitch here. Anywhere there's going to be stress, I back stitch. And I'm just going to go straight up this line. Sometimes you have to fold it because this stuff gets heavy and sticks. And then I go back, and then I like to go in a little bit, and then back stitch. That just, to me, it looks better than that, how you do the crisscross off the edge or whatever. I just like this better. So, I should have done the pocket in the middle, going down the side, but you can put as many in as you want. Right there's the middle. So I'm going to go down on this side and come back up on the other side. So I'm going to start right before there, right where that pin is. I'm going to back stitch, come down on the other side of that line, turn, and I'm just going to keep it straight with that line. Although I should have took that pin out. I'm going straight down to the bottom to that first row of stitching. I'm going to turn. About 4 stitches, and I'm going to come back up on the other side of that line and make my pocket. Move my scissors out of the way. Just keep it straight going up that pocket. And then back stitch, and then I like to go back across the top again and back stitch, and there's your pocket. It's done. Okay, so there is your slip pocket. Whoops, it's this way. You got a nice big slip pocket here, another big one there. Snip all your threads, and then where that pocket goes over the edge, you can just cut that off. That way you know your pockets are going to be secure because they're going to be in the seam, and they will be sewn again when you go over the seam allowance. So there's the pocket done. And before, if you don't like the rubber on the inside, you can double that and just make a tube and do the same thing and sew it across. There's your one pocket done. Now the other one I'm going to put a zipper in. I'm going to lay, first of all, I'm going to find the center, fold it in half, cut your little snip. Alright, now you're going to want to make a crease where the center is, so you have it so you know where you want your pocket piece. So there we go. Okay, you're going to open it up. Now you're going to take your pocket piece, you're going to fold it in half, make a crease so you know where the fold is. Whoops. No, I want to, this is the way. I wrote it wrong. But anyways, get you a crease. Now we are going to put this right down the middle of the crease. This crease and that crease. And I usually like to keep it down at least 2.5 inches so nothing is getting in the way. So let's put you up there. Okay. Now I'm going to pin the corners so that it doesn't move when I sew it. And then I take my zipper template, I put it in the middle, line that up, this middle line, and then I draw a line. If you don't have this, you can just draw, I think it's a 1/2 inch. Alright, there it is. There's my zipper. 1/2 inch off the side and put a mark so I know where to cut back to. Gonna do the same on this side. But I'm still gonna sew all the way down here, across and over. All right, I'm just gonna start at the edge, line it up. Oh, that's not it. And it's hard to get the first one right. All right, I'm gonna move up here and do it. There we go. And back stitch. Now I'm just gonna sew straight down that line. And back tack. And then I like to turn all the way. No, you can undo your thread if you want to. I don't. And then I line it up. It's hard to line up this waterproof canvas because it slips. Okay. And now back tack. And we're just going to sew down the other edge. Keeping it straight the best you can. And back tack. I've sewed all the way around that box. Now I'm going to cut down the middle. Now I'm going to get in there with my scissors, cut straight down the middle, all the way to that line, and then stop right to that edge. So there I have a hole right here, see? Now you're going to clip all the way up to the corner without going through your stitches, right next to those stitches. To the other side. Now we're going to take and put this pocket through that opening towards the lining. Take it all through there. And then roll it out until you get it where it's supposed to be. Now, if this isn't waterproof canvas, you can iron this. You can actually iron this if you're careful, but I don't because I usually end up melting it, so I don't. I just finger press it real good, put a couple clips to keep it there, leave it there for a couple minutes or until I get the zipper prepped, and then I'm ready to go. So now let me do this one. All right, so here's the back side. That will be on the inside of your bag, and this is the outside. Now we just need to put the zipper in there and sew around. All right, I need to prep my zipper. So I'm just burning it so that it doesn't fray. Getting out a zipper pull. And I got these zipper pulls from More Me Know. She has her own shop, moremeknow.com. So I need to put that on. So I'm going to open it up. And then I flip it over and put it on like this. But I have a zipper jig, so I'll do it that way. Alright, so I just put my thing on there, and I have a separate video showing how this is done. And then I turn my zipper upside down. I do a 45-degree angle like that, and that's how I put it on. At the same time, you put them both in and then pull. And then there's your zipper. Okay, I found some double-sided tape. It is in sad shape here, so I don't even know if it's gonna work. I don't know how it got so squished, but I'm gonna try it. And I just put that along the zipper. I think this is 1/4 inch. It's usually what I buy. And the other is 1/2 inch. That'd be way too big. It would show. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to give it the old college try. So I'm going to put this here. Just keep it along that zipper. And then rip that off. All right, I want my zipper to close on the left, so I need to put it there. Now I'm going to just take my zipper pocket and put it over top and tape it down. And let's see if we can get the tape off. I do one side at a time. I usually do the top first. And I'm not worrying about where it is. I'm just centering it right along there. Okay, that side's done. Now, I'm gonna reach in, flip that over, and I'm going to take this tape off. Oops. That doesn't want to stay. Looks like this piece doesn't either. So let's see if we can just snip this off. Doesn't have to be. If not, I'm not cutting a new piece. I'm just going to leave it and go from there. Sometimes if you press it with your iron, it'll come off better. But I don't even have my iron on, so. Alright, now I gotta flip this over, grab a hold of this, and make sure, and then put it where I want it. And get this out of the way. Just even that up, and then we're just going to stitch all the way around this. And I like to start in from the zipper. And now I'm just going to sew right along that edge. Make sure that's out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to lift. I'm going to move this up out of the way. Make sure you just slim that down. Go 1/8 of an inch in. Then I like to go 3 past the hole. And just make sure everything is straight when you sew it. I think it should be up a little more, but it's already taped pretty good. So I'm going to go across there. I'm going to go back, try and stay close. And turn. And now here's where you can adjust it the way you want it. Get it even and stitch it on there. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way again. and turn. Make sure you keep those together where it zips up. Alright, now I'm going to meet where I started. Back stitch. Now I'm going to pull those to the back. Okay, I'm going to tug on this thread on the other side and get it over, pull those threads out. You're going to take your other zipper pocket and you're going to put it together, right sides together, and you're going to clip and sew this. Turn so that the main is out of the way. I'm only sewing the 2 layers of the pockets. That's all you want to sew. You do not want to go through the other layer. Oops, I forgot. Let me put this down. Now I'm going to lift my thing and turn, and I'm going to move this pocket out of the way, so we're not sewing that. Okay. Now I'm going to go back over that zipper. And back stitch. I'm going to sew over to my mark. And I'm going to go clear over to my other pin, put it down, back stitch, back stitch. The whole time keeping that pocket out of the way. All finished. I have my 2 main, I got some more threads. I have my 2 mains. I have fusible cotton batting on the back of it. And then I just did stitch on the ditch on either side. So that's how the outside's going to be. I have 2 of those. And then the inside, I have a zipper pocket. Nice big one. And I have 2 slip pockets. I'm going to prep the zipper. So I have my zipper burnt both edges. I'm going to put on my zipper pull using my zipper jig. Okay, there's my zipper. Now I'm going to sew zipper tabs. I'm sandwiching them in between the zipper head. I'm going to put a clip to hold it there. And then I'm just going to sew across it a 1/2 inch. I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to start out the farthest. Oh wait, I said 1/2 inch. There we go. And I'm back stitching, going over the zipper more than one time and back stitch. Now I'll do the same thing for the other zipper. And I think this was 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, I do believe. Alright, now I'm going to sandwich this one right side down on the zipper. Put the other one over there too, but I'm going to turn that around because that's frayed. Alright, and I'm going to do the same thing and then clip it and sew it across. I'm going to sew this 1/2 inch. Goober, is that you, buddy? Goober? I'm going to go back stitch over that zipper. Now we're just going to flip these open, just like that. And I'm going to sew across the edges, not up where the zipper is, just to keep them from flipping back up on me. And to snip the edges to make it even with the zipper, just like that. Her tabs are on. Now we can start putting the bag together. Let's get the bag put together. So what we're doing is we're lining up the edge of the zipper. We got it zipper pulled down on top of the right side of the main, and we're just clipping it along the edge of the fabric. There's batting sticking out there, that's fine. Just still line it up with the fabric, not the batting. Now, you could put the lining on top and do it now, but I like to base on one layer at a time. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to start it at the edge of the zipper pull. We're not going to go all the way over. You can kind of feel it with your hands. Back stitch. Just go right along that edge. Okay, I'm coming to my zipper pull. I'm going to leave my needle in, lift the foot out of the way, put my foot down, make sure everything's lined up, and go. Now we're just going to go to the edge of the zipper pull there. We're not going to go all the way to the edge. Back stitch. We're going to take one of our outside mains and line it up and clip flip it over, and we're going to sew down this side close to the zipper, usually 1/4 of an inch. And it's not, I'm going to have to do it the other side. This side slips. See how it turns? That rubber. I forgot I don't usually do it this side. Okay, now I gotta move my zipper pull out of the way. And put it back down. Okay, I sewed those. Now we're just gonna finger press, get those wrong sides together. Got a good scrunching. Give it a good scrunch. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing. Well, not quite the same thing. We are going to take this and line it up with the edge of, make sure this is lined up, and clip. Do the same thing on the other side. And clipper. and line it up along the zipper tape. Now I'm going to sew across the top, going along the edge of the zipper, almost to that zipper pull. So I'm going to lift my presser foot, find that zipper, move it out of the way. I'm going to line everything back up with that. There. And keep stitching to the edge of the zipper pull right there and back stitch. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over so that the lining's up, and I'm going to pull this zipper all the way out of the way. Now I'm going to line up my other main, or not my main, my lining. Line it up with the edge and all along the top. And the same thing, I'm going to start at the edge of that zipper pull. I'm going to back stitch. And you can feel where the zipper is with your finger. You can probably see it maybe, I don't know. But you're just going to keep sewing all the way down. Alright, we're getting close to that zipper pull. So as soon as I find it, I will get it out of the way. Okay, it's out of the way. Or no, it's not. It's still in the way. What the heck? Did it get caught or something? What is going on? There we go. It was caught on the fabric. Okay, so now we're gonna make sure everything's lined up and keep sewing to the end of that zipper pull and back stitch. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna flatten. We're gonna flatten this over here. Flatten it down and press it because we are gonna top stitch that. And we're going through both layers, but we're not going all the way to the end. But you're gonna wanna fold this in half, but you're also gonna wanna spread this apart and flatten this down at the same time. And you're just going around that very edge. So you're just going to keep it out and flattened. Get out of the way. And out and flattened. You're just flattening both of those seams together. And make sure everything's flat and nothing's. And you're just going 1/8 of an inch away. Now I'm going to move that zipper pull out of the way. Now we're just going to go to the edge. And now we're just going to go across the zipper pull. Zip this up so we're going straight across the zipper pull over to the other side. Alright, now we're going to turn and do the same thing we did with the other. Get this out of the way. Fold this over but you're gonna want to grab and smooth that down and top stitch, make sure it's, and don't pull it this way, you need to pull it straight out and keep everything flat and straight. I know it's easier said than done. This is easier on a smaller project, but you're basically just folding, making sure the zipper and everything is getting caught in there. You can stick your hand in and just smooth it out. Now we're going to come at the end and we're going to turn and go straight across that zipper pull. I need a bigger place to sew. Okay, I'm at the other side. I'm just going to turn and back stitch. Okay, our top stitching is done. And here it is, all top stitched. We're going to separate this, but first we're going to put the two linings together, right sides and the main, but you're going to want to make sure you open your zipper. And then we're just going to want to, I line up the two seams first and line those up. I shove the zipper into the lining side and then just go all the way around and clip. Alright, I'm just making some D-ring holders for the crossbody strap because I forgot. So I'm cutting some webbing for that. And I'm going to burn it as usual on all four ends to help with the fraying. You could use fray check if you don't like burning stuff. I like burning it. Alright, there's that. Now, I'm going to take my giant D-ring, put it through there, and line it up so it's there. And I'm just going to sew across the bottom to hold it together. And do that on both of them. Alright, there's that one. Although, there, now it's straight. Which I will get closer when I do it. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Put the D-ring, the webbing through the D-ring. Line up the bottoms. Get it so it's straight. And baste across the bottoms. This will help keep it straight when you're sewing it in. Whoops, I went right off. Alright, that's done. Now I have my two D-rings. I got to cut off the threads and then I'm going to put them inside the bag. I want them in 1 inch from the zipper down. So I'm just going to put that there and mark a line with this vinyl pencil or leather pencil or whatever. Because that's where I want it to start. Do the same over here. But I want to make sure it's up underneath there. Yep. Okay. I need to put the D-ring in here. But I want it to go up when it comes out. So I'm going to put it in there, but face it down so that the top of the webbing goes right at that 1 inch mark. Should put a rivet in. So I'm going to put this in between the layers, and then the top of that is going to go right on the D-ring, and I'm pointing it up. So when you're sewing there, you just got to make sure you're not getting that. This needs to go down just a tad. You're not getting that in your seam, or you're all gonna break the machine. So I got it going in, but I got it going towards up here. So I should have plenty of room to sew without getting anything caught. Now, all I have to do is take it to the machine over there, start here, sew down, just sew across, come here, go all the way down, go across the bottom, and the same on the other side. Hi, Henry. What's going on, buddy? I have to sew this before I can do anything. And I'm sewing everything at 1/2 of an inch. I don't know if I got the gnat or not. Ugh. And I'm going to back stitch over here. And then I'm just going to turn it, but I'm not going to cut my thread. Going to turn to this side, line it up on 1/2 an inch, back stitch, and just keep it lined up best you can, and just sew all the way around. Just be careful when you get to that zipper. It's getting caught over there, so. There we go. This waterproof canvas really sticks to everything. It's another reason I don't want to use it. Now you're going to go up and over to the right of that zipper pull. Now something right here. There's something bulky. Oh, I forgot to cut that out. Oh well. Alright, now I'm going to go over here on the other side of that because that is too bulky to go across. So I'm going to start up there, go down, back stitch. Now when I get here, make sure you hold on to that and keep that out of your seam allowance. And don't push or pull. This fell off. I gotta fold it up so it's not pulling on it. And just keep everything lined up best you can. 1/2 an inch all the way around. Back stitch. Okay, now we're gonna flip it again. Line it up. Okay, that must have been not the right, whatever. But I think I forgot a step when I did that new zipper technique thing. Try and keep it lined up best you can. Alright, now we're lining up that at that 1/2 inch. Okay, we're coming near that D-ring, so we got to be super duper careful. Make sure it's going up. Okay, and across. I'm going to back stitch. Alright, now why is this This should have been straight. All right, let me straighten that out and we can sew there. Turn. Whoa. Back stitch. Did I break thread? No. Whew. Thought I did. I was getting worried. Did something. Yeah, something's caught here. We better get her off of there. I thought so. Oh, it's caught on here. Should be to the back. There. Alright, let's fix this up. Ugh. I'm not making one this big again. It's too much of a pain in my buttski, man. Okay, we're gonna turn it. And over here, line it up at 1 inch. If it's a little bit off, that's fine, as long as you get it sewed. Now back stitch. Alright, now you're going to trim off. And to square your corners, you just line it up. You can open the seams flat if you want, or just nest them. It doesn't matter. Just line it up, clip, and then stitch. This one was off, so I'm just clipping that off, making it even, making it work. Alright, let me clip this. I'm only going to show you how to do one corner. Okay, I'm going to line this up at 1/2 inch. Back stitch. Get your clip out of the way, open up your seams or nest them, whichever you want to do. This one wanted to nest, so that's what I did. Okay, repeat that on the other 3 sides. Alright, this is what we got. Everything is all, what do you call it? Sewed, the box corners are done. So what I'm going to do is stick my hand in the bottom, go all the way to the top, and pull it through. Just push it all through there. The only thing I'm worried about is making sure those D-rings go towards the top and not the bottom of the bag. So this is the point where you check everything. Make sure all your seams caught. Catch any threads you missed. Poke out your corners. Alright, now it looks like they're going to be to the top, but what I'm going to do is put a rivet there to keep it up towards the top to, you know, make it more secure. Awesome. So, that looks good. Check your side seams, make sure nothing's where it's not supposed to be. Looks good to me. And then double check all that. Make sure everything lines up. Well, this is going to be one big old bag. Okay, now I have my zipper pocket here. I did not close the bottom all the way out. I left a hole. I'm going to stick my hand in there, pull up the bottom of the lining, and pull it through that hole to close it shut. These two up and just stitch right across. There we go. And I'm going to do it the same right along this where the seam ended. That's where I'm going. Just make sure everything's flat. You don't have something in there that's not supposed to be. Like a pucker of some sort, or the pocket, or anything like that. And you don't have to do this. You could turn it all through the pocket. But to me, that's hard on my hands. This is easier. So this is the way I do it. Okay, that's done. Alright, that's done. So now I'm going to fix this, make sure everything's in there. And these go up the way I wanted them to. So that's good. So I just need to rivet those. Because I want it to be big enough so where, in fact, I could have done it even more in there, but it's good enough. So now I have this pocket. So I need to poke out the corners of the pocket on both sides. Just grab and pull it in there. Okay, and you can press this if you want. I'm going to grab a poker to poke out that corner. It's a little, there we go. Poke it out a little more. Now, I'm just going to tuck my hands in there and go right along with the seam and sew it shut. I have a tag that says Mona did what. I just put it right in there like that. And then it'll be sewn in. And the bag will be done. So I'm going to start where right where the seam ended, where I left that opening, back stitch, and just go right along the edge, sewing both of those together, just as if there was a seam there. And with the tag in there, it makes it look like that's how you wanted it. So it's all good. And I go a little past where I was supposed to, and then back stitch. Then clip all your threads and then shove your pocket back in there. Okay, so there is my Jellyroll bag. It's got some nice big heavy D-rings. It's got zipper, which I forgot to poke out, but zipper top. It has a zipper pocket, and it also has 2 slip pockets. And it's going to have a crossbody strap. Now, you could also add regular handles to both sides with some D-rings here, and, you know, on that side. This one I'm just doing crossbody. So I finished the crossbody strap, and I got it on, got it adjusted. Here is my Jellyroll bag. Flea market, fill all your bags in there. Going somewhere overnight, you can put everything in here. You got plenty of room. Thanks for watching.